Grand Rising, my beloveds. Today I felt super inspired to speak. And it's so crazy because I've been feeling so uninspired lately. And today, alas, a glimmer of hope, inspiration. And it's so strange because it feels like I almost forgot what it feels like to be inspired. It's like being thirsty. It's like going days without water and then you taste a drop. And it's like the best taste in the world. It's the best feeling. You felt parched and now you feel quenched, or that thirst that you had. That thirst you had for some sort of inspiration, for some hope, a reprieval. Five of Swords in reverse. At one point, a lot of us felt like we were wandering, lost, without any direction. A lot of us have been wandering in the darkness, seeking the light. And the truth is, the light was there the whole time, but your eyes were closed. You couldn't see it, you couldn't perceive it, because you were so used to darkness. Today, I felt inspired. And I got a taste of a little bit of bliss, a tiny bit of bliss. And that was enough for me to say, I want to keep working at this bliss. I want to keep seeking out this bliss. I want to come out of a space of feeling sad or feeling stuck or lost or in darkness. I want to taste the light, right? And you can interpret light as whatever you want it to be, but the light that I'm talking about is nourishing. It is food for the soul. It feeds you. And as you are filled up with it, as you become full, it becomes so overwhelming that you have so much of it in excess and you can share it. You have no choice but to share it. And you feed the people around you with this light. And it's the light of inspiration and hope. It's the light of faith. It's the light of love. And it's pulling people out of the darkness, whether you know it or not. It's pulling people out of their cages. It's pulling people out of their sadness, their isolation. It's pulling people out and giving people the hope and the inspiration to share. But before they can share this light, they must first consume it. They must become consumed by it. They must be completely covered in it and bathed in it and cleansed by it. Apache tears is the stone. That's so interesting. As I speak of being bathed and cleansed, we have Apache tears. And I'm not familiar with this stone, but this is the stone that is being presented by Spirit. And this is the stone that you are being called to connect to. I'm not going to pull from the book today, but I feel that there's a cleansing that needs to take place. I feel like there is a washing away of an experience, of a belief, a thought process, or a way of being. Green Aventurine. I see hope and inspiration. I see a smile appearing on your face after a while of not smiling. But I feel like if you have smiled, that was a mask of false pretense. I feel like there is an actual situation or experience or something that is going to make you smile, and this is going to be so authentic, and it's going to feel so good, and it's going to inspire you to keep smiling. And this smile becomes so infectious that anybody around you, anybody that comes in contact with you, will want to feel rose quartz. Six of Cups. Harmony and balance. Soul connections today. Repreival. As I sat here eating a bowl of grits, as I sat here, I was thinking, right? Because I was like, damn, I felt inspired to get up and to move my chi, to move my body, to feel, to connect with my inner self, my soul self. And it dawned on me. I was like, whoa. Something feels different within me. Something is being birthed within me. Something is growing within me. And I realized that as I was moving my body this morning, I was thinking about a womb. I could see myself in a womb, right? And I could see myself growing inside of this womb. And I was comforted by this vision of being inside a womb. And I'm moving, right? I'm moving my body, and I can, and I didn't feel physical pain, but it was a representation of the pain, of the birthing pains that you feel, right? If you're a mother, you know the pain that you feel when you're going into labor and you're trying to move something through you. And it dawned on me that I've been squeezed, and I talked about this last night. I did a live reading, and I talked about this to a fellow Cancer, that, you know, it feels like sometimes you're being squeezed and stretched and pushed, and it's birthing pains. It's you being pushed, you're being birthed, right, into something beautiful and something new, and labor is painful, right, and growth is painful. But what's being birthed is so worth it. And I said this to a client this morning. And again, more inspiration, more hope. And I told her, I quote, birthing pains what you would birth will be so worth it. And I told her that her womb has many seeds that are yet to be birthed, right? Not in those words, but to that effect, because I feel like we go through these experiences and we feel like, can it get any worse than this? Right? Can it get any worse? Can the pain get any worse? Birthing pains, but what you will give birth to will be so worth it. You have the gift of creation, and your womb holds many seeds. Today I decided that I want to birth something new. Six of Cups. The past was an experience. The past, what I've birthed in the past, what I've created in the past, I'm looking at it metaphorically, right? Metaphorically speaking, when you kind of look back and you reflect on what you've experienced, I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, metaphorically speaking, that version of me that birthed those things was still attached to the pain that accompanies labor, right? Being in birth or giving birth. But I forgot along the way the beauty of what comes forth, right? After you go through all the pain, the beauty of holding that thing that you created in your hand and saying, oh my God, I feel so blessed. I'm so happy. I lost that inspiration. Somebody is about to get some sort of inspiration. Six of Cups, you're being reminded of something. And not the pain, Five of Swords in reverse, but something, the beauty of it. The beauty that comes after, the thing that you birth is so precious and so priceless that it was worth it, right? And if you're a mother, you know, painful. But when the baby comes out, it's so worth it. Page of Cups. Rebirth. Beautiful. Your inner child is saying, remember when you were in the womb and you felt safe and you felt nurtured and you felt at home and you felt at peace. And remember when you were being squeezed and pushed and stretched, and then remember as you're going through the birth canal, right, the experience metaphorically of life, remember as you were being squeezed and stretched and pushed through the darkness, alas, the light, and you come out and you take your first breath, painful. But that journey was worth it because you're being held and you're being reminded of that comfort and that love and that safety again, that warmth. You can get through whatever you've been going through. You can get through it. You can heal. And you can be birthed 1,000 times over. Reborn, renewed, transformed, changed. Made new again. Made whole again. 5 of Cups. Change. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Change. Queen of Coins. My goodness. 7 of Coins. Hold steady as you're going through the birthing process, as you are experiencing a painful moment. Remember that at the end of the day, at the end of the tunnel, it will be so worth it, I guarantee you. 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. This is a transformative energy coming out of the darkness into light. Change is upon you, and change is painful, and change is inevitable. One thing us humans have to realize about being human, right? Experiencing being human is that impermanence is a real thing here in this particular realm, in this reality. Impermanence is something we need to get used to, that nothing ever stays the same. You can't stay the same, because as you try to hold on to something that was, once was, or you try to hold on to something like a thought or a place or a thing or a person or an experience, it becomes painful because you are a storehouse of creation. And as you try to cling on to that old version of yourself or that story that you keep telling yourself, the universe is going to squeeze, push, and stretch you until you give in and you allow the transformation to take place. And you'll understand that that pain was only temporary. And what is being birthed is a new version of yourself. And this version of yourself is so much more refined, so much better, more whole, more experienced, more understanding, more centered, more loving. 3 of Cups. Happier. Page of Wands. Inspired to keep moving, to keep birthing new things. Your subconscious is stuck on the 6 of Wands in reverse, thinking, but what if I fail? But what if you fail? You can be reborn again and again and again and again. Do you feel me? Death and rebirth. Repreival. So the inspiration will come to you And it's going to be different for everyone, of course, but when it comes to you, it's going to be like, finally, nourishment, quenching that quest or quenching that thirst for understanding, that thirst for something different. Drink it up, soak it in. It is being offered to you, but a lot of you are pushing away the cup. You are afraid to drink from it. The universe is asking you to choose your poison, though. Repreival. Three of Swords in reverse. And the Chariot. Gorgeous. Don't give up. Don't give in. There is always going to be an opportunity for you to transform a situation, to transform yourself, and to be birthed as something brand new. And with the Chariot card here, this is something to look forward to. This is you conquering your fears and overcoming the disappointments and making it through the birthing canal and coming out on the other end alive and inspired and full of hope and ready to take charge, ready for a new experience, ready to focus on the joys of being birthed into something brand new. I hope that this message helps somebody out there. Like I said, I just felt inspired to talk about that, talk about what I was feeling this morning. And sometimes it's hard for me to articulate what I feel, but that is how I felt. And I felt like a lot of you guys would relate because we've been stuck for so long. Believing that focusing on the struggle will make us struggle less, but it's actually, factually, focusing on the struggle only gave us the opportunity to experience more to struggle. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you resonated with that. And if you did, leave me a comment and please subscribe to the channel.